Here we go.
Okay, with the recording in progress, our August 2025 LPME meeting comes to order. Let's start with the obvious, and that's the minutes from last month. Everybody read those?
Yes.
Got them memorized?
No.
No, good. Finally, I like honesty. Yes. No. But we did read them. Any problems with it? I'm just going to ask for accept them.
Yes.
Well,
I
all right. Well, hold on. Wait. Yeah. So, do we have a who's
I make
the
a
first
motion to accept the minutes as written.
Thank you, Joe. All right. Second.
yeah.
All right. All right. Dane accepts it. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Anybody opposed? Good. All right. All right. Moving on. Let's see. If I could scroll down here. I'm going to go off Dane's screen because I hustled in here, didn't. And all right. Very good. Agree to the minutes. Treasurer's report.
Sure. So we have two accounts as a reminder for everybody. One has a balance that we use that we need to transfer to the JFK. And the other is our principal account. Our principal account has a balance of $9,282 with 24 cents. And that balance of $15,826 with 59 cents is still in the secondary account.
So Jim, just to be clear, the $3,000 you paid was out of account one, right? Like that.
That is correct. The money that was raised by Mr. by our Alaska dude there.
Yeah.
I have one question on that. With this 10,000 that we're spending on Jim Tracy for the registrations, will we exceed the amount of money that we have earmarked in all our accounts?
In all of our accounts, no, we'll exceed. I mean, he raised about 9,700. So we'll spend an additional 300. That's an estimate. I don't have that exact number with me.
That's what I meant. My question, I guess it was confusing. My question was wondering that if that $10,000 that we're going to spend on the registration drive would satiate all of the earmarked money that we have for the registration drive.
Yes.
That's all I was. Thank you.
Right. And actually there's more. And Jason, we never got around to this, but get you the PayPal account information as well, which I just pulled up. I want to report this, and I want to make sure I get this info to you, Jason, how to log in. We have $640.20 in our PayPal account too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Got it.
So very good. All right. Move to accept reports.
Yes.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Nobody opposed? Good. Moving on. Okay. All right. Motion to install Samantha as secretary.
Yay.
Second.
All right. I'll go down as I'll go down as the motion right here. Yep. Second.
Do we need any discussion on that?
Yeah, I don't think we do.
Yeah, that's a good discussion.
Well, just well. We should say for the record.
Talk us off the ledge.
Moving from regional rep to secretary here. That needs to be said for the record here.
Okay.
Okay. Sam, anything to say on your behalf?
Vote for me.
Okay. All right.
Discussion really quick. I just want to make it very clear though as well that I support this move, so I'm going to vote aye, of course, because I want to live here. But secondary to that is that it is very, very important that we fill the Central County rep as soon as possible.
Yes.
Because this is probably the fullest XCOM we've had since I've been here, and it'd be a shame to backtrack. But also two, because of a few of the cities that are located within the central region, including Belfast and Rockland, I think, and there's a lot of activism happening there, specifically on the left. It's important to have a voice to be able to speak for the LP in this region. I don't want to leave it vacant for too long. So whatever we do, we need to make sure we fill this position quickly.
Yep.
And I'll add, yeah, this is the most this XCOM has had in a very long time here.
Down.
Yep.
Okay, now get that. No more kissing.
Aw,
Start from the beginning.
All right, call the question.
very good. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
My
The dog is opposed, but he doesn't get a vote, so too bad. All right. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Summer bash.
So I kind of put together a list of the things that I was thinking we could provide, given that we have a fair amount of money and I am thinking just based on 20 people, I think that's far more than that what has been there in the past. So I think that will be sufficient. So I priced out like a fruit platter, a veggie platter, like a cheese platter, crackers, paper products, and basically came to around $195. So I was going to move to approve the expenditure of $195 for snacks for the summer bash.
I'll second that.
Necessary.
All right. Got a move, got a second. Let's just do discussion. Any discussion, any questions?
Are we gonna do any sort of like, I'm sorry, are we gonna do any sort of like, I don't know what the hell you would even call it, a carry-in, you know, where people bring stuff to.
Like a
just have-
potluck?
Yeah, potluck. I mean, just to have more stuff there if we want to. I'm ham cooks, you know, so I don't know.
So I think
We probably need to have a meeting,
Well,
like, to organize.
not really, because it's all done. I just need to put together an invite once I can get the MailChimp thing figured out. So don't help me with that. Thank you.
No problem.
So yeah, basically it's really not much. We're just bringing stuff. We're gonna bring whatever we've got for tables. Kevin has some ideas about things which I will bring up in a minute. So it's simple. We're keeping it 1 to 4 this year. So yeah, I think like potlucks, I'm gonna kind of like say potluck snacks or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's kind of what I was thinking.
I
Cool.
think it needs to be a meal.
It's more of a hang anyway.
And so at least if we provided like some snacks and then whatever else, it is what it is. Unfortunately, the attendance has been fairly low, I think, from what I understand. I was intending to go last year, but I had injured myself right beforehand, so I couldn't drive myself. But anyway, so that's the goal, is just to kind of get together, hang. I think there'll be some long games there. Yeah, nothing really structured. So
And that's scheduled for September 14th?
yes.
Correct. Correct.
We don't have to have this discussion now, but with all these expenses that we're having, perhaps for the next XCOM meeting, and I'll bring it up again. When we get to the end of new business to put on the schedule for next XCOM, but we do need to set a threshold in terms of expenditure of where do we want to have a minimum balance for the account. So that way, after all is spent between convention, the bash, fundraising events, marketing materials, which is like another purchase that we have to make. We need to make sure that we go into New Year, especially into convention, when we're gonna have to explain the state of the party. With
Yes.
balance that is reputable and doesn't seem like we're just spending money on it.
Right.
So is that are you feeling like that is this your way of opposing the motion?
No, I still accept the motion. I still vote aye. What I'm just saying is, and I'll bring it up again when we get to new business as something to put on the schedule, but we're getting to a place where we don't have many funds coming in and we're spending.
Right. Yep, agreed.
All right. Yeah, as to the motion itself here, we're still discussing
Yeah.
whether, yeah. So let's keep it about that. And if anybody has any other, well, I'll ask first. Should I call the question, or do we have anything to add about that?
Go ahead and call it.
Okay, calling the question, all in favor?
Aye.
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 That sounds unanimous to me.
Okay,
All right,
thank
very
you.
all right. Any other questions about the weekend there? I've got a couple, but
So the only other thing, Jim, I don't know if you wanted me to bring this up, but Kevin had suggested and sent us some information about burning, but like a book burning event that he wants to host at like kind of in conjunction with our event. And this, I will say, just for
Can you repeat that? What event?
a book burning event,
What books are we burning?
So he had
The
compiled,
Communist Manifesto.
right? So he prefaced it saying he thinks that he knows it's extreme. I will say too, unfortunately, what I think I've experienced in the past with this event is that we're trying to keep it focused and specific, but then it just starts growing legs and it ends up being this big thing because Kevin's mind just kind of expands on things and likes to add. Initially I was trying to give him a little leeway, but I think Jim and I talked to, and after we talked, I was less of a fan of the idea than I was even before, which, so that's, I will send what do you think, Jim? Should we just send the group what he sent us and?
I'll be blunt. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
All right. It's a terrible
Yeah.
idea. Okay. You know, it's, yeah, when I saw that, because here's the thing, even if they were to burn the Communist Manifesto and any other left wing, whatever, yeah, the only if that got out, all the libertarians are a bunch of book burners.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing. Book burning
yeah.
is always a negative,
Fascism,
no matter what you're burning.
Yeah.
fascism is a fantastic term in the current political atmosphere, so we do not want to give any ammunition for the fascist throwers.
Yeah.
Right.
Quickly labeled fascists.
So I
Right.
say the only reason I entertained it is when I looked at what he sent. It was not exactly what you would initially think, based on what and that's the thing too. He's in a written form, not easy to follow sometimes. So it's a little difficult. So
Yeah. Well,
You guys didn't hear this, but Sam also brought up a really good point, which is that
I'm not advocating for this necessarily. I just felt like we needed to at least have this discussed so that we can bring it back to Kevin saying, actually, the team, chose not to engage with that.
I agree, and Sam brought up a point. I don't know if you guys heard it, but this would be a very blatant NAP violation as well. So I would not recommend that we start.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we're dealing with enough garbage from what's going on to our west right now. The last thing we need is to do anything that makes it look like we are trying to be like those guys.
That's funny.
not that it matters, because I'm still dead set against this, but would it be a NAP violation if you were burning your own books? And I want to be clear, what Kevin said is it's okay to burn books if there's are literal worms in it, if it's an old, I mean, there were, once I read through it, it's like, okay, are these actually reasonable ideas? But still, no, we cannot sign on to this because people will get the wrong idea. And no, I think we want to make it clear. If you want to burn books on your own time, Kev, have at it, man. But we don't want to be linked with that.
Yeah, and
please don't tag us.
It's an unforced error, and we don't need to be making unforced errors when all of the other state LPs are making a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Right.
when it comes to stuff like NAP violations too, like we have to remember that even if we're saying, oh, it's because the books are falling apart, we're just burning it. We all also are aware that the reason why you're burning a book is to send a bit of a message, which is an act of aggression, which is a violation.
Right.
Well, and logistically speaking, we're in a drought, and I don't think we'll be able to get a burn permit anyway. So,
he's got tall grass out there. Yeah, it's not.
Well, that's one thing libertarians are united on, right? Is asking the government permission to do it.
Listen, we
burn it down.
We don't need to make a
Right.
problem like Canada has, where eventually our government is going to tell us that we can't go outside.
Right.
I mean, Canada,
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. Yes.
Oh my God! This week I did nothing but yell at Canadians and get. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Let me just wrap this part up.
Sorry.
Jim, do you mind then responding now to Kevin with that we discussed this at the XCOM meeting, and
It's a no from us, dog.
it's a no.
Yeah, I'll be happy to. I've known him longer than the rest of you combined. So yeah, no, absolutely. I'd be happy to talk to him about that. I'll talk to him.
Energy, but not the best execution.
Yeah. Very good. Okay. Anything else about about the, oh, I do have a question. So are we the XCOM meeting beforehand and doing our XCOM meeting prior to that?
Yes.
Yeah, but
Okay.
honestly, we didn't have too much to discuss because, yes, that is the plan.
I think we
Okay.
aim to get there for around 10:30, set up, have our meeting, and then get the party started.
So we're not gonna have a XCOM meeting on on Wednesday night, September 10th.
Correct, right.
Okay, all right. Good, I'll probably have a soccer game anyway. All right, okay. Thank you very much on that. Let's move on to, what are we moving on to? I didn't bring my glasses here. Photo contest, is that the right spot?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Honey, are you in there? I can't. Are you moving around? Okay, that was weird. Okay, sorry. I just got confused there. So the photo contest, Joe, I know you had mentioned that you were just kind of waiting for a function on the website to get done.
It's set up now.
Okay.
What I need to do is just embed it into a page on the website and go. So obviously that's not going to happen tonight, particularly since we're meeting
That's
after
fine.
the meeting, but I'll probably have it done by tomorrow, Friday at the latest.
Okay.
And I'll send you all an email, let you know it's up, and we can roll from there. And
Well-
that way you guys can, like, what I'll do is I'll probably put it in a draft, the page in draft, and then I'll send it out and you all can say, yeah, this looks good, or this looks like garbage, or whatever.
So when we're all ready, basically one of the things I have ready to go is like a post, a social media post to kind of advertise for it too.
Hey, if you could send me that text, I mean, I'll incorporate it into the page as well. I mean, that way, because again, it just takes,
Where-
takes more of the stuff off.
Where and how are we doing the actual vote up and downs?
Through the website, we're using that picture voting thing through the website.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to confirm. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Thank you. That's all I needed from that. The next thing I had I'm of the mindset to discuss membership levels and fees maybe a different time. What are people's thoughts in the?
I think this should probably be part of our next social media strategy conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you, just to touch on that real quick, will you be ready to present the app and all that?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So we are all in
We're gonna
agreement.
table
We're gonna
that.
table that.
Yeah, and just to give everybody an update, in case you don't know, some of you wouldn't, donations used to run through the national website. The national website's been an issue. We're going to be doing all of the donations and stuff directly to the main LP, and through our website and through a CRM. So we're not dealing with the national, because they've got enough stuff to deal with right now. And
If they
Yeah.
do it all.
yeah, so at this point, we're putting together a CRM, which is just a customer relations management tool, and that's how we're going to be working this through. Once Jason and I are done flushing it out, we'll be taking that live. So that'll be what we're using to handle our membership stuff, and that will be actually ingesting the money through donations and membership fees and stuff like that.
Give me the money. Give me the money.
Nice.
So
All
yes.
right.
All right. Very good. Any other questions, thoughts there?
I have one question actually, and you guys, this might be a little redundant because you guys have probably already built and thought of this, but this new CRM and donation, is that going to auto-populate to our MailChimp, and will we get email alerts on lapsed members?
HubSpot will give us the ability to do integrations with MailChimp. It's actually part of HubSpot, so that will allow us to do that. As far as alerts on lapsed memberships and things like that, it's just a matter of setting up an alarm.
Perfect.
It's just a notification setting within the HubSpot CRM.
Awesome.
So, and remember, like I said before, HubSpot is everything that we complained about with Civi, which was the national CRM that we had been using. basically those issues just don't exist in HubSpot. So, which is why the National's trying to get off City too.
All right, do we want to actually just continue or finish, flush out IT updates?
Somebody jumps the
Well,
gun.
it was kind of Joe and I.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You literally jumped the gun, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't have a whole lot more to add other than that. I went through and did some SEO. I finally got around to implementing SEO on the website. The main pages all have the SEO, which if you're not a tech nerd, search engine optimization, basically we're giving all of the cheating words and phrases that we need so we get properly labeled on Google when people type in a search, so they get pointed to the right pages on our site. The main pages all have their SEO taken care of, and the county pages I've started working on. I have to touch every page and do all of the content for every page, because we're not paying for the paid version of the SEO client, but I am the unpaid version of the SEO client. So it's just taking me a little longer than it would if it was all automated. The photo contest thing, we'd already gone through that. We're really that's pretty much what we're waiting for. And then once we've got the ability to go ahead and do the integration with the ChatGPT bots that we've discussed over the past couple of months, once that stuff is ready to go, we'll have those pages up there as well. So that's where we're at.
Cool, thank you.
Exciting stuff.
Joe, what are you using for SEO?
I'm using Yoast because
Yoast, okay.
It's the standard for WordPress.
Yeah.
So it does all the stuff. I mean, it's one of those things where we could go in there and manually enter in all the garbage in Elementor and then hate ourselves for it because we'd have to go back and mess with it manually every time we want to do it. So it's worth the plug-in. It's not slowing the site down any, so that's what we're using.
Yep. No, I was just gonna say, I've used Yoast before, so if you need any help plugging away on things, just let me know.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I've been using it for probably 10 years.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
I have one thing to add for IT, just to have it on the record here. I also assisted Joe with PayPal, and therefore I gave him the username and password just so he could help with the implementation of that a little bit. You might want to say for the record, Joe, what exactly you did with it.
Yeah, we had done a online vote to be able to shoot. What the hell did we pay for? I forget. I'm sorry. It's been a long week.
Was it a plugin or a?
Yeah,
link?
it was a piece of software. I can't remember right off the top of my head what the hell it was, but yeah. So thank you to Jim for getting me in there with
Sure.
that. And we also used it to connect in the contribution links on the website, but that's probably on hold because we're going to be doing like I said, the money intake's probably going to end up going through HubSpot, so it's not worth fighting to get that implemented just to replace it a week later. So.
Right. Okay.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you for that. Any other questions since we're on IT?
I remember. Sorry.
Ah.
It was the Discord bot. We paid for the lifetime payment for the Discord bot. That's what it is.
All right. Good. Thank you for that. Before we circle back, I just want to give a chance to say hi to Trent. So for those who don't know, so Trent is from the Newport area. He is looking to kickstart the Penobscot County Libertarians again. He reached out to me and I said, you know what, you should meet the XCOM and kind of take it from there. He also wrote that little manifesto that I sent some time ago that some of you reviewed and said, yeah, you know, we're already doing some of this stuff, so this is cool. We like it. So anyway, I just wanted to give Trent the chance to say hello and you to say hello to him.
Yeah, sorry, we had done intros just before you had gotten on, Jim. So we did
okay.
make he was welcomed.
All right, good, very good. All right, good. Glad to know that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Trent, I don't know if you saw this, but I just put the invite to our Discord in the chat if you're interested and have it.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Right. Let's circle back to the gun show.
Yeah, so gun show is going to be August 23rd and 24th. It's being held by Midcoast Events LLC. It's going to be, I believe it's at the Armory. I just secured our table today. I talked to Mason, the organizer. He's going to try and get us as close to the Free State project as possible, because I know Breaky and Jamie Hussey are going to be among their group at that gun show. So it'd be cool to see them and chat with some friendly faces. But with that, I would like to motion that the party reimburse me for the $50 I'm going to pay for our table fee.
So moved.
Second.
All right. Quick discussion. Any objections, thoughts, comments? None hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Opposed? Very good.
So anyone looking to, if you're in the area of Augusta, me, Kate, Sam, and Jason will all be there at least Saturday. We haven't really discussed if we're going to do Sunday or not. But if you're in the area, come say hi.
Remind me again where it is.
It's at, hold on.
It's at
I
the
st-
Augusta Armory.
I'm still sharing my screen.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let me just, it's at the Armory.
Western Avenue.
This isn't like the outdoor show. This is just straight up gun show then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey.
sure Vlad and I'll show up for it. At least to walk around. I'm not really a table guy.
I'll plop it in the chat if you need to get any detail. Oh, maybe I can't. Unable to send file due to admin restrictions. I am an admin. What the hell? Anyway, it's
I'll
in
look it
the
up.
it's in the tabling channel if you just look it up there.
What kind of admin are you?
I don't know. So that's it with that.
All right. Very good. We didn't have any other more old business here, did we?
No, we went through all. We're in new
Good, we
business.
did. All right. And we went through, yeah, we got through all the old as well, right?
Yep.
Okay. And we got through the new already?
Nope, we got Jason with AI updates.
Okay. Take it.
Yeah, so only update to give, and we'll go over in more detail at the next social media meeting will be that all the GPTs have been consolidated into an application. So upon approval by the XCOM, we can publish this both on, well, it's actually will be published as a web app. So meaning that you would go to a website, type it in, you could use it on your browser, or you could save it to your desktop or phone desktop and use it as a web app. But the idea would be that you would log into the app, depending on your membership tier level, whether it be a free account or whatever membership levels that we have, you would have access to specific AIs that are created for the party. Also, we will be able to plug in the API for some of our demographic targeting material that we've created. So that will be accessible to people who are running as libertarians. They'll be given specific access to that material so that they will see things like the heat map, the survey stuff that we will be able to pull from free sources. And if we choose to purchase more material, any of that material will be used for those assets. But the app would basically be a hub for everything that we've been working on for the last 4 or 5 months. So that way it's simplified. This way as well, what we'll do is for all the XCOM members, we'll give them the highest level access to this app without any payment necessary. So that way you guys don't have to log in to ChatGPT and so on and so forth. You can just go right to the application and use everything. We'll mess with stuff like visuals and how it presents and the interface and the GUI and all that kind of stuff. But the actual back end work is all completed. So that app is basically ready to be published.
That's excellent.
So you said it's a web app. Does that mean that it won't be an Android or iPhone app?
So the way it would work is whether you're on Android or on Apple, you can go in Chrome or Safari, go to the web page and then hit the 3-dot hamburger menu and put the add to desktop. And when you do, it will create an application that does not have to be resourced through the App Store or through Google Play. So whatever money that we charge for this, we will not have to share any of it with Apple.
Perfect.
Now, are we gonna be able to put this into the LP site, or is this gonna have to run out of something else?
So what I think we could probably do is like have it as like a QR or a link or something on the page, like so we can create some visualizations and then go, hey, like sign up for a free access membership, and then have a link to the web app. And then if they have a free account, instead of having to have the bot on the website and have to deal with that, they can go sign up for the free level, go to the website, access it that way. And then if they choose to sign up, whenever they sign up, they'll be given access. We'll just elevate their access level on the back end of the app to whatever tier that they're at.
All right, so we won't be making a page on the website, is what you're saying?
Yeah, we don't have to. I figured that'll make your life a little bit easier too.
Yeah, totally, you know, I mean, whatever we want to do. I mean, I was ready to do whatever we need. So if it works better the other way, then let's do it the other way.
Yeah, I think we do it as the web app, and another way to what we can do is we can create a Samantha can create a marketing campaign.
Yeah.
And she'll be able to like create some materials and direct people to the website and have them sign up. A positive by doing it as a web app as well is that since we are doing this ourselves, the full back end gives us complete control of the metadata. So we will have access to things like demographic material, so on and so forth. We can determine as an XCOM how much metadata we want to capture. I am not for capturing all possible metadata because then you're capturing things like IP addresses and stuff like that. But I think the basic stuff like the user's age, sex, location, and then some basic information. Maybe if they're using any of the Libertarian Lens AI stuff, we capture some of that chat material so that we can see like what kind of things they're asking questions about. But the other GPTs, we do that metadata alone and keep that private. But we can also make sure that we publish this on the app going, hey, we do collect some data and we do collect some chat data from this specific GPT, but everything else is private. And we can also make this open source so that way it's more visibility to it as well.
So we should create a landing page though, but it would just be like one landing page. Because even if it's taking people off of that page to go to the web app, it still needs to have some kind of landing on our website so we can direct people there first so that there's a level of authenticity and trust and that they can verify it's coming from us.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying. But initially, our initial discussions were about embedding it into the website itself. So that was the change I was talking about.
Yeah.
What is the URL for the web app? Is it like
Hasn't been published yet.
okay, so but we can create any URL that we want?
Yes, to an extent, depending on what the URL is. If someone already owns it, we can purchase it. But for this, we can probably.
Well, I mean, we could set it up as a subdomain. We could just add it to the LP. We could just do gpt.lpme.org or whatever.
That'd be perfect. That'd be even better because it makes life 10
I mean,
times.
that's simple enough to do in the DNS.
Yep. And we'll have the ability to do that too. So
Yeah, it's my biggest concern because it's AI is making sure that there's a high level of trust.
Can we call it HAL 1776?
Well, if you notice, the email address for his house.
One thing to report on that is we have updated to the GPTs that are being used. So previously, I know for people who are not as nerdy about this stuff, it won't matter. It was using ChatGPT 4.0. It has been updated to using 5.0, the newest version of ChatGPT. But also we have access to use Gemini as well if we'd like to. So we can integrate that if we'd like to. And I think we can also integrate Llama and DeepSeek as well if we wanted to. So if we want to, we can, but ChatGPT 5.0 is what's going to be running off that API. The API currently is based around that. But because the way the backend is set up, at any point, if we feel like we want to change it to something else, we can. And down the road, because I'm not going through the hassle of doing it right now, we can give the user the ability to choose which GPT they're using to give answers with. Now, going to be the only thing they have access to.
That's cool. Sweet.
Excellent. Speaking of data, I got something to share with the class. I have the list of registrants as of prior to the drive here, and I got it up right now if you'd like to take a peek at that.
Wow.
What is-
Uh,
I can't see it.
No, you can't. Yep.
Registrants.
Are all registered libertarians in Maine. I
And
got the
don't-
file up. I got the file up right now.
I don't think we should be sharing that right now because that's technically considered sensitive.
All right. Very good. Well, I can get it on. Actually, I want to break it down a little bit here. I just got this last week. But they don't list counties on here, so I'm gonna put this through a little Excel thing and get it broken down by counties here. But all right, yeah, good catch, Jason. But I think something maybe we should. Actually, we got an XCOM meeting coming up. Maybe that's a good place to share it.
Yep.
All right.
So this is from the state as opposed to from
Correct.
LP.
Correct. Yep. This is as of before the registration drive started, and I can say we have, as of before that started, 6,095 registered libertarians in the state.
Nice.
It's a start. It's a start. Okay. And actually that kind of segues to what I like to discuss. Yeah, we had 6,095 before Tracy went out there. He told me he had 300. I took his word for it. Haven't talked to him in about a week and a half or so, so I'll circle back with him. Yeah, I will compare, a updated list with this one and make sure we get the 1,000 that he promised us. That's pretty much it. The rest of it, you guys already know. You know how it works, and we'll have 7,000 before it's all said and done, and then we can build from there as to how we communicate with these people. Not only for marketing reasons, but also for caucuses. We're going to need them at the caucuses for sure.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. Any questions on that?
None.
That's all I have. All right. Moving on, social media. Did we kind of touch on that?
No, this is,
Well-
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. All right.
can I have the share screen?
I think you already do. You do.
Oh, wow. Okay, let me see if I remember how to do it. Go.
Yep.
Stop them.
Yep.
Any day. Is it done? Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. So I don't know how to do things.
I get it.
Are you guys seeing everything?
Okay. So we had Kate, Dane, and Jason and I had a conversation about convention, what seems like 400 years ago, but I'm sure it was just last week.
Yes.
And put together some information on some kind of swag, takeaways, things to have at convention, but also to just have like for tabling events like the gun show, things like that. So I put together not only a pricing list, but also some pictures of what that would all look like. Everybody can see this?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. Yay, it's working. So I looked for some things that were very utilitarian, especially for convention, having like a notebook and a pen, something that is a takeaway, but it's something that they can be using during convention. And then just more, like I said, utilitarian things that we all like, because obviously we're all Mainers. We're all like bottle opener, can koozies, things like that. I looked at like fridge magnets and stickers. And so this is all on Vistaprint. And I tried to keep the quantities on the lower side just because I didn't know how many other tabling events that we're going to be doing and how many other opportunities we're going to have to give away swag. But just keeping in mind that we do have a couple events coming up before the end of the year. And these prices will go, like the cost per price will go down the higher the quantity. But I figured these were good numbers to know for at least just the smaller quantities. And also because I'm a very frugal Mainer, I just didn't want to pay a lot for things. So,
Yes.
um, but I have some mock-ups. If I can remember where my apps are. Do I still have it open? I don't. So photos. All right, so the great thing about Vistaprint is they give you really, really nice kind of mock-ups. So this would be an example of what we could expect for just a normal kind of can koozie. I tried I tried to pick the logo shape that would go best with the size area that you're given. So can koozie. Bottle opener.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the Libertarian Party of Maine one, it was going to be the text was going to be far too small. So I thought this was a really good second option. Pen.
And
There's a lot of different styles of pen,
yes.
but I think for this, we might want to go with the one that just says Libertarian, because again, the text just gets really small on a pen, and we might as well have something that makes a bigger impact.
We go back to the previous there, the bottle opener.
Yeah.
Yeah, admittedly, I just want to say this. Admittedly, I saw the curve, I saw this, and I thought it was a choke collar for a second there. That's just where my head went.
No,
I'll tell you what, that's a very libertarian thing. So
I think that says a lot about you, Jim.
yeah, I think it does. And it's oh shit, it's on the record too. So, oh well, yeah.
Timothy.
So this would be an example of the notebooks. I think this one had 100 pages. It was either pages or 70 pages, so not terribly large. But I think really great to have like on the tables for convention.
Yeah.
Or just to give out at other tabling events. And then this was not the stick. Well, it's one of the stickers that I designed.
Mm-hmm.
And then playing around with which logo looks best on the bottom. Actually,
Is it me or does the star go on the other side?
it goes both ways.
Does it? Okay. Hey, we're libertarians. We're cool with that.
Yeah. So I designed it as a square or a round. I don't think that there's a plus or a minus to either. But the same design could be used for the either a magnet or a sticker.
Yeah.
The other design I played around with was, it said Proud Mainer, but I felt like Libertarian looked better aesthetically and also just meant more for what we are as a political party.
Right.
Love it.
So yeah,
Love it.
that's what I got. I'll go back to the pricing so you guys can see that now that you've seen the good, like the material good. If anybody has any questions on any of those or any of the pricing.
Did you get a sense of when order is placed, when we can expect items in hand? Did they have any information on that?
It was pretty fast. I mean, it's Vistaprint, so it's like an incredibly fast turnaround. So for example, we ordered one for my work. It was one of those stand-up like pop-up banners that comes and like collapses and goes in the bag and everything. And I think we ended up getting it like a full 3 days before their estimated delivery dates. So I want to say it was, you know, like the 7 to 10 business days. But there's a good chance that we would probably get it sooner than that.
Cool. So in your head, Sam, are you feeling like are we wanting to maybe do like a vote on items design and then put forward a motion?
I would say I would start budget number first and then let the committee decide.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So
And this spreadsheet is in the LPME Google Drive. So if anybody wants to look at it further, it's in there. If we feel like we want to get more, I also created us a Vistaprint account, and that login information is in the master login sheet. So if anyone was like, oh, and I think it should save every project that I quoted in the, like in our profile. So if anyone was like, oh, I want to see what 500 pens looks like for our price, it's pretty easy to go back in and look at that.
Awesome.
So like I said, I lowballed quantity because I'm cheap.
I think that was,
You did those designs, did you do those in like Canva or did you do those right on Vistaprint?
Mostly in Vistaprint. The stickers I did design in Canva because it's easier. I'm not a huge fan of Vistaprint's maker part.
Cool.
But for the most part, with everything else, it was just uploading the logo, and then you get a little bit of flexibility on where to place it. But for the most part, they've been doing this for long enough. They know exactly where it should be.
right. Love it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
You want to allocate a budget?
Yeah, so.
What do we think?
I mean, how much are we looking to sell here? I mean,
Well, we're not looking at.
well, I mean, not sell, yeah.
Honestly,
Also depends on how many other events we're planning on doing, because it's not like these goods go bad.
yeah.
True.
And if it makes sense to buy, for instance, like a year's supply worth of swag, and so we can save a certain amount of money.
I would rather us over purchase, especially so. For example, if we place this order, the turnaround's pretty quick, so we would probably have this in time for the gun show. We'll have it in time for the summer bash. We'll have it definitely in time for a convention. We're talking 3 events the remainder of this year already. So I mean, I'm not saying that we spend $1 million or anything like that, but can you go back to the price sheet for 1 second?
I stopped sharing screen, but I can bring it up in here.
Hold on, I just want to do some quick math.
Quick man.
Quantity 150, 150, 150. 300.
And I think we can make a decision on whether we want to do magnets and stickers, or magnets or stickers. And I think just picking a round or a rectangle. I think if we do both a magnet and a sticker, one of them is a square and one of them is a circle.
So for anyone who's interested, what's currently on the actual sheet is likely it's probably not only for this year, but probably to start the beginning of next year, and it's a little bit over $1,000. That's not a very big expense. Again, though, if we were to do this, my only ask again is that whether it be next meeting or a meeting after that, but we do need to set a minimum balance for the account sooner rather than later.
And I think I have 2 thoughts in my brain about this. One is, I'm not totally averse to saying sell them for $1 just to do a little offset.
Yeah, okay.
Second, if we're giving away swag, we should definitely be sure that the lpme.org website URL is on there. Because this is advertising.
Yep.
And at that point, all we're doing is just doing name recognition. We should be doing something that's calling an action, which is, hey, you saw us here we are, this is where you get more information. So I think anything that we put up has got to have the lpme.org. We don't need HTTPS, we don't need www, just lpme.org. Just slap that on there somewhere, so at least we're giving people not just, a koozie, we're giving them a koozie and a mission, an assignment.
Love it.
Yeah, I would say maybe for like the larger, more expensive items, like the notepad and things like that, like that's specifically for things like convention.
Yeah,
You know, if you are a member, you get one, or if you become a member, you get one.
yes,
It's
yeah,
like I know we talked about like the different, adding like a VIP layer into convention this year, and maybe that's where we get some swag that's a little bit more expensive,
yeah,
but their admission price paid for it. But I think the things that are very inexpensive, like pens and like the stickers, maybe those are things we bring to tabling events, and it's, you know, if you had a good conversation with somebody, like they get one.
well, and honestly, those items are a lot easier to haul to tabling events too. That's the other piece
Yeah.
is portability, because some of the, like, for instance, when we went to the, oh my gosh, Common Ground Fair last year, we walked a while with our stuff. And so that's certainly something that is we gotta make sure we're aware of that. So I'm down for like getting a bunch of the cheap stuff and just having it because it's perennial and we won't worry about it. And then maybe prioritizing some of them nicer items for things like convention. I agree with that too.
That being said, right now, it's, what's on that sheet is about 1,300. If I motion, we set a budget of 1,750. That allows us to have some cushion in case we want to buy more things in the future. If we want to buy more things like the stickers and the pens that are lower cost, but we have more of them on hand, so that we can give more of them away, but keep the quantities that we have listed on the sheet for things like the notebooks and the more expensive items. So we can up the quantities on the cheaper stuff, probably
Yeah.
have a little bit left over as a buffer, and then we can use that funding for the rest of this year in case we have to restock on something else.
I would say stickers and pens immediately,
To up those quantities up.
and then have it available for the gun show. And then we can look at the more tailored items, like the bigger ticket items for convention. So we can break this order up into two.
Yeah, either way, I would motion a budget of 1,750 total for the remainder of the year.
I would say just amend this motion, hun, to just say a motion to allocate 1,750 to the, what is the committee called again?
The party planning committee?
To the outreach committee
Yes, there you go.
or marketing committee.
Marketing committee, there you go. For the purchase of, yeah, I mean, you don't even need the rest of that. Unless someone thinks we do.
We have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
Seconded.
Okay, second. Okay, now we can really discuss. My only question is, regardless of which amount we come with, which I want just some opinions, and I like Jason's opinion on this, especially, which account should we use? Should we use our general account, or should we use the account where we got most of our money from RFK?
So what is, and that's a perfect question. That like RFK funding that has 13,000, how much of that actually belongs to them and how much belongs to us?
It all belongs to us.
So it's all, so that's our actual funds.
That is ours. Yes, that is ours. That's after we gave that 90% back to.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So I would
So-
take it from the larger account. And also what I would do is that we can, if we take it from the larger account, we can file this our next filing. And we can also declare this as an expense, so it would be used on our next filing as marketing expenses. So I take it from that account.
Right. Just for the record, anything that comes from the RFK has to go into that account. What we choose to do with it is up to
Yeah.
us. But I just want to get that on the record, so people knew there was a difference between the two. The stuff that we're using for the registration drive, that's in the first account.
Okay, yeah, I would use the larger RFK one. So when we do file it as an expense, if God forbid the state comes back and goes, hey, I want to see where this came from, that account has way less transactions, so it'd be a lot easier to find and expensive.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So,
Right.
So what I'll do is I'll go back onto that spreadsheet. I'll go back into Vistaprint and look at what the cost per item for a larger quantity of like the pens and the stickers would be.
Mhm.
And I'll amend the spreadsheet. I'll add another column so there can be a comparison.
that's what any purchases that are made, make sure that you forward the receipt to the treasurer and to the chair, so that we can make sure we have it filed in case we need to declare them later.
Do you have any other thoughts on the amount? More or less, the same?
I think that's a good starting point.
Yeah, me too.
Okay,
Yeah, I think it's reasonable.
okay, we know the discussion. I'll call the question. $1,750. All in favor?
I,
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Ayes have it.
Nice.
Okay, thank you for that. Yep, all right.
The only other thing I had was just to put the upcoming meetings right here. It's not really an agenda item so much as a reminder. I think we're gonna have another social media workshop at some point with a poll on Discord to figure out planning, figure out scheduling, correct?
No, it's our,
That's already been done.
yeah,
What is it
that,
now?
that poll closed and it's already planned
I missed
for, I don't know. So, I don't remember,
I'll look it up.
some of you may have noticed that I have started to put anything that is in Zoom. I'm also putting that as an event on Discord as well.
Yep.
So anyone on the server, you're all getting alerts when we actually start those events. Or when those events are
Are
scheduled,
scheduled to start.
right? Because it's not actually linked to Zoom, it's just there. So if you see something that I've missed, or we decide something that isn't in there, please let me, Jason, or Joe know, as we're the three admins on the Discord.
I did add the gun show to the website's event list.
Thank you.
I also need to get the, I assume we should put the convention out there too.
Yeah. I'll put that on my list to put it on Facebook.
So
Unless you want to do that, Sam.
What? Sorry, I was trying to find the next meeting. I just tagged you in it, Kate.
oh, thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
unless you wanted to do this Facebook event for the gun show.
Oh, I can do that. Yeah.
Cool. Never mind.
All right, so and then the SOP bylaws review is at the end of the month. A week after the social media one. And then candidate handbook, I'm gonna put that on Discord at some point. It doesn't need to happen immediately. I just wanna make sure we have it on our radar for whoever's interested. And then our XCOM meeting, I put this in the minutes here that it's gonna be in person, Sunday, September 14th. So.
What time? I mean, if we're gonna, what time?
10:30, I think it was what's said
We're
earlier.
just gonna get there at 10:30 and I think get started and then whenever, or get set up and then whenever we're done setting up, I don't know, we can shoot for, so the party starts at 1, we can shoot for like 11:30.
Do you, I mean, wait, do you wanna, wait, 11:30 the meeting time or 11:30 we get done?
11:30 the meeting time, 10:30 show up.
Yeah, yes, okay.
Question. I'm
Yeah.
looking all over the place for the date of the convention.
November 16th.
Thank you.
I thought I had you invited to that.
I'm just not seeing it in any of my calendar.
You actually accepted.
I'm sure I did. That's why I can't figure out why I'm not seeing it in my calendar.
It
Is it-
should be on your, yeah,
Is it on your LP?
it is. It's on your LP email.
Cause I know I do that sometimes
I
too,
don't know if
Joe. I
you
don't
have
get it
that.
over to my personal one and I'm not looking at the right calendar.
Also, just because we're talking about it, Jason, Brian, and Joe have all been invited to that convention and you haven't accepted.
What day?
What?
Which convention is this?
The convention.
Oh, like the convention?
Yeah.
You were on the party planning. committee.
I don't know if I'm going yet.
That's what I thought.
Depends how busy I get. I'll let you know.
There's a cool factor involved, you know.
Yeah.
He's gonna show up fashionably late.
Yep,
Yeah, all right.
Cadillac with dice in the mirror and everything.
It's right in Hallowell.
Yeah.
I'll fit in perfectly.
All right. Okay, is that I don't have the list up, so I'm assuming that's the final item here.
Is,
Okay, okay. Any other things to bring up before we go to executive? All right.
I call for the adjournment of this and move to executive.
Okay,
Second.
all in
all right,
favor?
all in favor.
Aye.
Okay, very good.
So it,
All right, thank you. So,
pause, hold on.